what's up? What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? It is Monday Fun Day. Hi. Everybody have a good weekend? So, my name is Jeremiah Davis, the funding coach, and I'm coming to you live with Business Funding Now. Business Funding Now is a loan brokerage company and business credit building um, company. So if you need to build business credit and build business credit the proper way, come on over to Business Funding Now. Go onto our website and sign up for our automated business credit builder program. Or do you need funding? If you need funding for your business, we do over 20 different business loan types. So contact us. We have a pre-approval application. Basically, in less than 2-3 minutes tops, you fill out our application online, and it will generate a funding report for which loans that you pre-qualify for. So I just want to, if you're out there and you're struggling, or if you're trying to start a business, or you already have a business and you need some extra working capital, we have, like I said, 20 different business loan types that you can choose from, and we pre-qualify you before you apply. See, what sets us apart from everybody else is that we pre-approve you and verify you before we apply. And what the benefit of that is, you will know, we know what the banks are looking for before you apply. So we're not going to apply for a loan that you don't qualify for. Okay, so if you are in need of any type of business funding for existing business, startup business, just you're a sole entrepreneur, or we do startup business funding, we do equipment loans, we do real estate loans, we do uh, inventory, accounts receivable, a whole, like I said, 20 different loan products. And just by completing our quick 2-3 minute um, online scan, we call the business success scan, we will pre-qualify you for one or more of those 20 different loan types in less than 3 minutes. And then we will be able to make sure you qualify for that particular loan product, discuss which ones are available to you, and then go to the right bank that we know that will approve that loan for you. So that is the benefit of working with Business Funding Now. And if you have not built your business credit, or you're struggling to build your business credit, Business Funding Now, we have an automated and interactive client portal that walks you step by step through the business credit building process and provides you all the resources. We also have over 3,000 vendor trade lines, cash cards, as well as credit cards, lines of credit for different types of vendors. So you can pick the type of vendor accounts that you need for your business and get the products and services you need for your business without using your operating capital. So this is like the only automated business credit building softwares on the market right now. And right now, during the holiday season, we are offering 50% off. It's normally $697 for a one-time payment for our automated DIY business credit builder. And right now, that is 50% off for the holidays. So you can get it for like $349, $347, something like that. But that's a one-time payment, and that covers you. And then you get access to the automated DIY business credit builder with all the resources, with over 3,000 vendor accounts. And you also going to get pre-approved for one or more of the 20 different loan types. So it is very useful. Okay, now somebody is being really stupid. Posting inappropriate contact in our chats. So if one of my staff members can go block that person, we don't need that type of activity on this Okay. Anyway, today's topic is building comparable credit. So, one of the main steps in your business credit foundation, which we call lender compliance, right? Lender compliance is all those foundational things you need to have lined up when you're forming your business, or the foundation of your business, like your phone number, email, address, things like that. So in step one, we have about 14 sub steps in step one of the DIY Business Credit Builder that you should have in place before you start applying for any trade lines or cards. All right. Step two is making sure you establish your business credit profile with the four major business credit bureaus, which is Equifax, Experian, D&B, and Credit Safe. All right. So step one, you're building your foundation for your business credit. Step two is you're setting up your business credit profile with the credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus. And then step three is applying for trade lines. But this one step in the subsection of step one called comparable credit, that's what I'm going to talk about today. What is comparable credit? Comparable credit is you establishing a relationship with a bank that extends you a line of credit. What this does for your business credit profile is it makes you more bankable and your business more credible, right? Because other financial institutions will look at your business credit report and they will show that you have somebody else has already extended you a line of credit or vendor account, and then they'll feel more comfortable extending you a line of credit as well. I hate to use the word shortcut, but it is a path, a way to access or start to building a line of credit. So, because we want you to be, when you start going to step three and applying for these different vendor cards and cash cards, we want to make sure you get approved. So we already know that lenders want to see that you already have access to some credit in advance, right? So when you're building this comparable credit, and then you get to one of those vendors that want you to have, say, a $5,000 line of credit before they approve you, um, you can build comparable credit. And then when you're ready for that, right? So building comparable credit is basically going to specific banks that will extend a startup business or a business without business credit, that's never had business credit, a secure CD, right? Certificate of deposit. That's what secure CD stands for. So you're going to get um, a secure CD, a secure business CD, and then that secure business CD will convert to a business line of credit and will report on the business credit bureaus as a business line of credit, right? So now you have this secure line of credit, but it's only a showing a line of credit. And then other creditors will say, okay, you got a $5,000 line of credit or 1,000 or whatever you want to start with. All right. I would recommend, if you can, start with a $5,000 secure CD. And then you can use that line of credit, $5,000 line of credit. Excuse me. Gotta chill. You can utilize that $5,000 line of credit just like a credit card. You can buy your products and supplies on that line of credit, and then you pay it back within a reasonable time, right? But it's also going to show other financial institutions that you can be trusted. And so what a lot of banks will do when you go to apply for a line of credit with them, they will match the line of credit that you have, or they will exceed that line of credit and provide you with a larger limit. So, because they want you to use their line of credit over the one you already have, right? Similar to like credit card companies. You see one credit card company's got, you got a $10,000 limit, one credit card company, then you can go to another credit card company and they might give you a $10,000 or $15,000 line of credit, right? Or do a balance transfer, what you owe on the first credit card over to the second credit card. It's similar with business credit or business credit lines of credit, right? You only pay interest on the credit that you actually are using on the money that you pulled out, right? So if you have a $5,000 line of credit and you only utilize $1,000, you're only paying like 4, 5, 6% on the $1,000, right? And it's a short-term thing. You want to put it back within, 30, 60, 90 days, all right, and keep it in good standing. And then over a period of time, they will increase that line of credit like they do with credit cards. You have a good payment history, then they give you higher limits, okay? But ideally, if you can get the secure CD and then convert it into what the bank specifically that offer the service and can it converts into a business line of credit, it's going to be a nice jumping off point for when you're going to start applying for other trade lines. So what if you go to 2 or 3 different banks and you get that $5,000, $10,000 line of credit from these other banks, right? So now your business has this plethora of accessible credit, right? You got 4 different banks with the range between $5,000 and $10,000 limit. Overall, you got up to $40,000, $50,000 in lines of credit. This is going to make you look really attractive when you go to a bank and try to get a business loan. Okay, so that's just one of the steps in the business credit builder. So we want you to, when you get to this section in the DIY version of business credit automation software that we have, we provide you with a list of banks that offer these secure CDs, right? And matter of fact, let me go ahead and show it to you so you can see it. Okay, so this is my back office of my software. I'm going to go to one of my files and show you. This is now I'm going to the client portal, right? I'm logging in as a user. So if you're a client and you're building business credit, this is where you're going to be at. This is the client portal dashboard, right? You'll see your business name here, your name here. We have a help desk button here. So if you got questions, you can submit a help desk ticket and we'll respond within 24 hours. We have the video avatar on every step of the process, right? So remember I was telling you, step 1 is lender compliance. So lender compliance means you have the entity filed right, you have your business location, you have your phone number listed with 411. So we provide all those resources right here. So when you get to this step, right, we have vendors that you get a toll-free number from by clicking one of these buttons. And then once you have that number, you can go right here where you can list yourself with a National 411 directory, right? So we're going to click on that, and then you just select the proper type, single business, boom, right? You fill this out and do a verification call, and then you add yourself to the National 401 database. And then you're done with that step, right? Then you move on to the website and the EIN and the business bank account. You want to have your NAICS or SIC code calculated or selected right? Because you want to use the same SIC or NAICS code on all platforms, and it has to be consistent. So you need to pick the one that best describes your business, because if you start using different ones, then it's going to a lender can use that as a reason to decline. So you want to make sure you're checking the national database here and selecting the right code for your business, right? So you're going to walk through these steps. Then if you want a business plan, right? Why do you need a business plan? Because if you're going to apply for an SBA loan or a business term loan, then they will often ask you for a business plan, right? So because they want to know how you're going to make money and how you're going to pay them back. So, and why you are better than the competition. So they want to make sure this is a good investment and they're going to get their money back. So having a business plan will show them that you're serious. It sets you apart from everybody else, right? And we have some training about assets and UCC filings, corporate only facts, right? You want to do corporate only financing. Here is the protocol of what lenders look for, right? You're looking, this is it right here. So you're looking for comparable credit is number 1. Comparable credit amount equal to or greater than the amount requested. Okay, so if you're looking at, this is Corporate credit is applying for a business loan with no PG, right? Everybody talks about it, everybody wants to get it, but nobody knows the play. Well, I'm giving it to you right here, right now. Okay, so you got to have comparable credit. What does that mean? It means if you're asking for $100,000 loan, does your business credit profile have $100,000 in accessible credit? It doesn't have to be a line of credit or one credit card, but in total, do you have access to that type of resources, right? And if you do not, then you're not going to get approved. Okay, so you need to have comparable credit equal to or greater than the amount requested for corporate only financing, right? You need to have at least 10 reporting trade lines and they have at least 1 year reporting history. Okay, so you also need to have a low 5 bank rating score, which means your daily average business bank account balance is $10,000 or more for the last 90 days. Okay, you need to have all the items in lender compliance completed. You need to be making $35,000 a month in gross revenue, showing the ability to pay the debt. Okay, you need to be in business for at least 2 years, right? You have to have your tax returns, financial statements for the last year. Yeah, entity in good standing with a foreign corp or business license requirements. Less than 45% debt to income ratio with no blanket UCC filings or uh, liens, basically. So if you have UCC filings, can be good or bad. If you have a UCC filing that is bad, then that's going to be a problem for you, right? But if you have a line of credit or a loan with a UCC filing that's good, it shows a good payment history, then it's beneficial. Okay, less than 45% balance to limit on all outstanding revolving business debt, meaning each individual card should be under 45% utilization. Okay, that's what that means, right? So this is the information that I don't see a lot of people on Clubhouse or TikTok disclosing to you guys. But this is what we're needing. Okay, now we're looking at owner's credit, right? This is what they're looking for. If you want to get yes, corporate only credit. Most loan products are going to be backed by personal credit. Okay, but corporate only financing, if you don't qualify for the corporate financing with the 2 years in business or make it or have a low 5 bank rating score, you might have to use a PG. And actually, in our funding model, we give you corporate only funding ranges, or we give you personal and business funding ranges. Okay, and then here we have comparable credit. Here's a chart here for bank rating we provide in here so you know what the bank rating is. Down here is some resources where you can verify and check the bank rating. Okay. And then we have your comparable credit. So here we're explaining to you what comparable credit is and why you need it, why it's so helpful. But you can always just read it or listen to the video avatar. Simple, right? Now, where do you go get those CDs, right? Those business CDs that convert into a business line of credit. Here you go. Banks and credit unions know that to secure lending, banks and credit guards on the list below are doing secure business lending, right? Banks who offer business loans will do a CD business loan program, but rather will they advertise for it. So they don't advertise these business CDs, okay? But here are a list of the banks that do these type of secure CDs. So you have to put the money down, right? And now you can do anywhere from, $1,000 up to 5,000 up to $1 million, right? $100,000. Okay, so yeah, think of it like that. How much can you afford now? Remember, you're going to get access to this money on the back end, but what's the purpose of this is to build comparable credit so you can access more funding options, more lines of credit. Okay, here's a list of credit unions as well. So if you have one of these in your community, it's not necessarily you need to be in the community, but if it's easier, if you have one in your community. If not, you can do it online. Go to these, or you got to call them up, and you want to talk to the business banking manager, right? The manager that handles all business accounts, and then ask for a secure business CD. Then you're going to have to put your money down, and then they're going to extend that line of credit, that CD, into a line of credit in your business name, right? And you want to ask them what business credit bureaus they report to, and how long will it take them to report, okay? Because that's what we want. We want to make sure we're doing that. And then once you do that, you're still done with step one. You move on to step two, which is optimizing reporting, making sure you have an Experian Business, Credit Safe Report, Equifax Business, and DNB, Dun & Bradstreet. You need to have your business credit profile with each of these entities. Now, these are not the only business credit reporting agencies out there, but these are the most popular ones that most vendors report to. The other types of business reporting agencies are usually specific to industry types. So I've often said that, the trucking or transportation has a business credit bureau that they check. The food service industry has a business credit bureau. So when you're applying for those type of trade lines in those particular niche markets, they're going to access that particular credit bureau for that niche market, like I said, the food service industry, right? And they're going to be able to approve or deny you that line of credit based on your credit history. So, and when we get to this section of building credit, right, we have it broken down to your net 30 accounts, and we have here it's the sub accounts by category. So you're going to find what industry does your business fall into. All right, if you're in retail or fleet, then you're going to be in this section here, and you're going to look for tier 1, tier 2 cards, right? Because and we provide you who they report to, what type of card it is, how to get approved, what they're looking for to approve you here. So this is very valuable. You're going to know before you apply who they approve. Now, sometimes there's a tier 3, right? So we get our code gas card, right? Because it's transportation, retail, and fleet. They report to DNB and Equifax. So here you have to have, right? It's a tier 3 account. So you have your entity in good standing with Secretary of State, EIN number with IRS, business address matching everywhere, a DUNS number, business license if applicable, business bank account. Personal guarantee may be required for corporations less than 3 years old. All sole proprietors, partnerships, LLCs. Okay, so they have DNB score of 70 is required. Electronic funds transfer is another option to avoid the PG, and they do a net 7 to a net 15 term, right? So this is a gas card, but it's a tier 3. I don't know if you qualify for that or not. You might have to PG it. Okay, here's an EFS card, right? And then they report to 3 business credit bureaus, and they do what is this? A technology company, getting softwares, things like that, payment processing. So this might be something that you need for your business. All right. But here, the benefit and the purpose of these is so you get trade lines reporting to your business credit report. All right. I want you to pick 5 in this category, right? In this top category, and I want you to put 5 in this category. Now, this category down here, business credit cards, these are credit cards, cash cards, right? Some of these are secure business cards, right? American Savings Bank is a tier 1 card. They report to Experian Business, and a startup can qualify for this. Okay, have all your lender compliance items completed. Open a business savings account for 110% of the amount you want to borrow, and then I report it. Okay, so this is revolving. And the reason I want you to choose 5 in this area, but because some of the loan programs, especially the corporate only, you need to have at least 3 revolving accounts and 2 installment accounts to have a good business profile, right? to go into to access corporate only financing is what I'm getting at. You want to do corporate only financing, you have to build your business credit profile to the point where the business credit lenders, corporate only lenders, are going to say yes, right? So we have that all outlined throughout the software, what you need to get approved for each of these phases of the business credit building program, all in conjunction with accessing more lines of credit and higher limits and corporate only financing. Okay, so this is how and you walk through this on your own through the client portal. You check the box to the ones you want, and then you go apply for them. Okay, so we got this Brexit all-in-one financing. Brexit is a rebuilding B2B financial product, starting with corporate cards for technology companies. It helps startups of all sizes, from recently incorporated to later stage companies, to consistently get a card that has 20 times higher limits, completely automates expense management, kills receipt tracking, and magically integrates with all your accounting systems. Reports to DMV and Experian. You have to have an account in good standing, okay? You have to have DMV number, license, and everything. For e-commerce, at last 1 year in business. Must make a minimum of 100,000 in monthly sales. Average bank balance of 20,000. At least 50% of the revenue directly from the customer sales. For startups, no minimum time in business, and average bank account of 50,000. And you got revolving or net 30, net 60, and net 30. Okay, so you have to take a look at these and see which ones you qualify for and which ones you can get approved for. All right, but we want you to get 10 in total, and then you want to utilize them for 3 consecutive months, because that's going to guarantee they report to the business credit bureaus. And then on month 4, when you have those 10 lines reporting, then we can look at some other funding options when you have those 10 trade lines reporting. Okay, so that's how you build comparable credit. Very well. That's how you build comparable credit. Wow. Somebody's posting stuff to my in the comments that is inappropriate. You know, yeah, you need to find another job. That's just rude. Anyway, does anybody have any questions regarding comparable credit, business credit building, anything like that? Anything related to business credit funding? I see some stuff in my corner here. Okay. Okay. So if I have no questions, this is what take advantage. If you want to access the system that you just saw to build your business credit and get the 50% off. So instead of the $697, you're going to pay $349, and it's one time, and you get access to all that plus the other 3,000 vendors. I didn't show you the other 3,000 vendors, but they're in there, and you can pick them by your product or your service. Okay, and you can apply directly with them and get those cards, those lines of credit that you need for your business. But like I said, keep in mind you need to start building comparable credit now, so when you need it to access or apply for larger lines of credit, you're able to do so. Okay, so I don't, like I said, I don't see too many people talking about comparable credit, and it is a must in building business credit in this day and age post pandemic, right? Because a lot of these vendors are requiring that if you want them to report to the business credit bureaus your business and your trade lines, that you have to use those trade lines for 3 consecutive months. To um, you have to make purchases and payments for 3 consecutive months to get those to report. And a lot of different vendors have started doing that after the pandemic. Okay, because they're hip, they know. A lot of people are just getting trade lines just for, and they're going to use them one time to get them to report. But these companies are not in business for you to use it one time. So we want you to get the trade lines that you can use for your business, that you need for your business, and you can use them um, repeatedly over time, and they'll give you gradually increases and access to more types of lines of credit, larger limits, and things like that. So it's vital that you follow the protocol and build it. And business credit has never been a one-off. You don't just get a card, use it one time just to get to the next stage. Business credit is designed for you to access it when you need to, but more importantly, you keeping your operating capital inside your business in your bank account. So you're not using all your operating capital to get lines of credit or to buy products and services. You're using your business credit to access those things, right? If you can get enough business credit, you can fund your whole business on a monthly basis, or even maybe, and if you buy stuff in bulk, you can get enough supplies to last you 6 months and then take 6 months to pay for it instead of using your operating capital. So you got to start thinking about business credit as an asset to the operation of business for the long term. And just like with personal credit, the more you utilize it, the more responsibly and pay it back, you'll get larger limits, right? And then, the goal is for you to be able to walk into whatever establishment you need, whether it be a car dealership or Apple computers or whatever the case may be, or tractor trailers or something like that, so you can purchase your items on your business credit. But you have to have strong business credit, strong business finances, and strong personal credit. And when you have all those pieces to the puzzle, you can access a lot more financial services in your business name with no PG. Okay. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Like, share, follow YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah, on all these platforms. All right. So I want to thank you. It's Monday Fun Day. Have a wonderful week, a profitable week, and I will see you later in the week for Black Label Friday. All right. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach. Peace.